So today we are bound for Bristol. I wanted to say that for a very long time. And there is my life for the next 2 nights. And all my laundry because hanging up, there was stuff there because the dryer doesn't work. Are you a navigatress?
I'm trying. My phone is slow.
I'm sorry. Right, well I will interview people whilst we wait. How do you feel about Bristol?
Nothing.
King camera. It's very glary outside, but it got cold for a while, which was a very nice change. And now we are leaving. But here is the Abbey, so we're at Lacock Abbey. Magnifique. Now we're gonna go have lunch. But it's beautiful. Look at the roses. So I put my glasses on because it was glary, but I can't see anything because they're not glasses. Hi!
Hi!
Well, you look nice in this light.
Thank you.
Are you sleeping?
No, I'm just laying down. I love to rest.
We have cups. Please visit reception to collect additional supplies of tea, coffee, milk. That's not about the Wi-Fi. This is a non-smoking room. That's also not about the Wi-Fi. Let us serve you better. Also not about Wi-Fi. We have coat hangers and a light switch that doesn't seem to do anything. You have to shower in the dark. Forget something? Is a cool mirror. Strange shower.
We need to decide.
Let's see. Right, so I am exploring. We have to be at dinner in about an hour. And I'm in Bristol. Okay, I went down here. I need to find it because I wanted to look at. You can't see it. Anyway, there's a castle over there, but that didn't work out because you can't get up there. So, oh, cool baby transport. So, I'm going to go back. And now you wouldn't think it. I mean, you'd think this was some castle thing, right? I'm sure it was, but it's not any touristy castle thing. There's not really anywhere to look. So anyway, that was slightly disappointing because I kind of wanted to explore a castle. But anyway, let's see what else there is. So, I will be coming here, just right across the road from where we are. This is where I'm going to go exploring next. Haha! I spotted a min on the other side of the road. There he is. Put the glasses on, looking swag. And here we have some pretty flowers. Oh, those are gorgeous, and a sprightly young man running past. Oh, they got spots. So, this is a very deceptive city because you think that something like that in there is old and interesting and museum-y, but it's offices to let. Which I suppose is interesting in the fact that there are offices to let in a really old building, but not for me to look at. So I spotted a church spire over there somewhere, like beyond, and I'm gonna go find that. But have a look at this. Look at that. And the totted down Noel Brislington. Right, old city, that's what I want to do. Go to the city centre. I don't know. Will be interesting. This is where I'm going. What's it for sale places? Yes, I had a green man for once. I hope I'm allowed this way. And look, I'm getting closer to my final destination. And I keep orientating myself. I know which direction I came from. You know, the problem with having a camera and liking taking pictures is that you find like everything you want to take a picture of. Not everything, but people. Because people's faces are just so different, and it'd be so cool to take photos of all of them. And I suppose that's why people take portrait pictures, but I don't have the courage to take pictures of random people. I'm sure they probably don't want to be photographed by a random person. So I have to make do with either distant shots, unknown shots, or none at all, and just scenery instead, which is fine. So I'm gonna have a whole selection of very random pictures, which I'm probably gonna delete, because you want to get the light. Like, it's fun experimenting with different light and stuff. Ooh, look at that. Oh, St Mary Redcliffe. Goodness, St Mary, you're impressive. Wow. When I was reading this, somehow I read for details as welcomes all, heathens included. That's not what it says. Oh look, a little puppy. Aww. Right, can I get in? Does that mean it's locked? It's not like locked. Okay, no. Aha. An open door. Oh, yes. This is eerie. Like, I feel like I'm entering another time. I feel like that people have sat or stood and looked at the same thing that I'm looking at right now for centuries. Wow. And then the world just carries on, but this is not going anywhere. Okay, so I discovered I can't get into this door, which is probably not surprising seeing as it has no handles of any sort. But maybe you can get in around here? Oh! Oh, shame, he looks so sad. Whoa! Okay, it doesn't look like it's opening, but wowza. Okay, so we went to I don't know if you can hear this at all, but we went to the Lacock Abbey this afternoon, or this morning, and we went, and at Lacock Abbey they have other exhibitions sometimes, and the one they have at the moment is a cubist one, which is pictures, and they're kind of taken at funny angles, like of well-known buildings, taken at angles, like back in 1999 or so, so that's like, what, 18 years ago, because I'm 97 and 20. And yeah, and so they're not just like cropped and rotated, which would be the way to do it now. Ooh, ooh. Oh, is that all? Yeah, it's only 1:15. Anyway, that was a brief bell for y'all. Sorry if I am appropriating y'all. Yeah, and anyway, I was not very impressed by the pictures because they just look kind of, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about modern art type stuff, and this was like photography modern art. But I can't say that it's difficult, that it's easy until I've tried it, because it may be very difficult. So I'm going to try do something like that with this and see what picture I can come up with, and see if I can do it the same way that that guy, I assume, did it. Because it's just like, yeah, it's like say you had a hand, right? Oh, my hand looks funny. So it's like this part of the hand is like that, and then the middle part is like that, and the side part's like that, and making different shapes. So let's try. Right, so I have attempted my cubist exploits for the day. And now, woo! Look at who surprised me. If I'd had my camera ready, that would have been such a cool shot. Anyway, I am going to head home to my new home in Bristol. Is there a song about Bristol? I wonder. I'll find one. Right now I'm going to take pictures of pigeons, actually. Pictures of pigeons and then home. I love seeing these things and knowing what they used to be used for. Wonder how many people's feet have scraped against that. Look at these people waiting patiently for the bus. They're all in a line. Bristol phone booth, anyone? So apparently this little building was a school, and at the top there it says Thomas Chatter, I can't read it properly. Thomas Chatter something Post attended the school. Born 17 something 2, died 1770. It's a dinky little school. Trees are waving a royal welcome, trees are waving a royal welcome, trees are waving a royal welcome for the people from London. I feel so sorry for these little flowers blowing in the breeze. They must get so cold. Cry me a river. Bristol packet road trips, boat trips. I think we're going on a boat trip tomorrow. I was wondering what the noise was. It's that. 30, 50. We just walked in front of the TV. Look. So long on this match. There's a guy juggling. Wait, he stopped. Come on, dude, juggle. What even is that? I would not go to a place called the Slug and Lettuce. Don't like slugs. Okay, so we have just got back from our fancy dinner, and it was wonderful. And I had pizza with chicken and pepper, not spicy pepper, nice pepper, and red onions, I think. It was very yummy. And then I had Irish coffee, which was actually very yummy as well, surprisingly, because I haven't really had like a full Irish coffee thing before, and I don't feel any different. So anyway, Irish coffee was very nice. Yeah, and now it's like 9 o'clock, and I don't know what else, if we're going to do anything else, but I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm going to edit this video and write my blog thing. I just want to go to bed, so we'll see what happens. But it was a very nice day, and I was talking to somebody today about how it's really sad, because I feel like there's so many words to describe bad stuff, and the good stuff is like magnificent, glorious, wonderful, fabulous. I suppose there's quite a few, but anyway, I can never think of the right word to describe something good. So I was like, it was a nice day. It was a I don't know. It was an interesting day. An interesting day. A fun. Ew, I don't want to say fun. A day full of amusement. We had some very funny conversations in the bus, which was a really cool bus because there was 6 of us and we just got like a whole row. And the museum was really interesting. That actually was interesting. And that cubist art thing which I spoke about, that was strange. And then actually, yeah, and then I'm gonna, maybe at the end I'll see if I do it in time, but put up my cubist art from my pictures I took of the cathedral and see if it actually looks anything like what it's supposed to look like. Which it probably won't, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just going on what I think it should look like. But yeah, that was a good day. And tomorrow what do we even do tomorrow? We're going to a museum. I'm not sure which museum, but we're going to a museum. And then on the next day, which is Wednesday, we are going on a tour, a boat tour of the Bristol docks, which will be fascinating. But yeah, I think my favourite part of today was going to Lacock Abbey, like the actual abbey part, because the bottom part is still like an abbey. What's his name? William Sharrington or Sherrington. Here's a scorpion as on his shield thing. Bought it when the nunnery closed down after King Henry VIII shut down all the Catholic stuff. That the abbey, the nunnery, had to close, and a guy called William Sharrington or Sherrington, I can't remember which, bought it. But he, fortunately for posterity, he didn't change the bottom half. So the top bit's changed into like living quarters, but the bottom bit is still what it looked like. So it's crazy, it's all crumbling, and some of the Harry Potter was filmed in there. The scene with the mirror of whatever it's called, I don't know how to pronounce it. It was filmed there. It's so cool. And we got to like just go explore, walk around it. And then the other thing that was really cool, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the burrito. It starts with a B and it has 5 letters and ends in an O. Yeah. And it's this really old book about, it's like a dictionary of theology, which is the only one that survived the dissolution, and way back King Henry times, I think I'm right in saying that, King Henry VIII. And it's there, like I got to see it, I got to be like through the glass, but like a foot away from this ancient book, the only one that survived, and it survived at the Abbey, and it's still there. Anyway, so that I got very excited about when I saw that. And I also got so excited about some wallpaper in one of the rooms. So, very successful day. Very knowledgeful. That's so sad. That's the only word I can come up with. Oh, okay. Well, I learned a lot today. Let's leave it at that. And I had really yummy pizza.